I apologize. I was muted. I am sorry. Technical difficulties, I guess, on my part. But it's your boy King DV. I'm back with another live stream, and just a lot to get into. The Eagles had a walkthrough today, so nothing really to report on there. I could talk about what happened the day prior, and then also what do I think about training camp so far, and who I think is the standouts. I do want to give a shout out to Art for being in the building. I will let you know when I'm doing another call back show, call in show, just to see where everybody mindset is at. I'm gonna do it right before preseason start. Andrew, what's going on, bro? What up? What up? What up? Yeah, Art was already on it. He wanted to come in and talk his talk, but I get it. I understand. But there's some things that I want to address, man. I know y'all seen the thumbnail. We got to talk about the wide receiver room, and my thoughts on it as well, because this has been a big talk with Eagles Twitter, and they were basically saying that we possibly needed. I think Art alluded to the last live that we needed to actually look for another wide receiver 2 or 3, because we're a little bit banged up right now at wide receiver. But I think it's not too alarming. I think that we'll be okay. I think we'll be fine. But before I get into everything, man, please stop what you're doing. Like, comment, subscribe, ding the bell for notifications so you don't miss anything involved with the Philadelphia Eagles on this channel. Or if you want to talk NFL, I open the door to all NFL team, our fan base, and content creators. I do. Nina, what's going on? Hope Mom Dukes is okay. Hope everything's healthy with you guys. It's a lot of people that's not really doing too well in the world, so we gotta have prayers up for everybody. The ones that's doing good and the ones that need our prayer. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody that's in the building. Let's get into it, man. I do want to talk about QB1. First things first. QB1 had a lot to say. He talked about his wide receivers, but he also was talking about his mindset on where he is right now, what got him motivated and things like that. I do want to play this here, and I'll respond to it after the video.
Similar to what I just said, just continue to take strides. I like to think of the term calibrating, which is a time where we're kind of putting it together and finding out who we are. I think it's been very good to be able to compete against the defense who has a built and set identity for who they are. And then obviously us on this end, we've got a lot of new pieces, a lot of new, entirely new approach and MO philosophy to our offense. And so being able to put that together and make it our own, I'm excited about where we are.
And that's what I've been saying all this time. A lot of people are like jumping the gun. We're about 6 practices in, and then we didn't really have too many practices with the pads on. We didn't really have our full roster. Jalen Hurts is playing with second stringers, third stringers, and everything like that. So you can't really just put it all on what you're seeing in practice now, and that goes for any position, right? But Jalen Hurts is absolutely right. That's what I've been saying, that, instead of jumping to all the way to the first week in camp, I mean, not in camp, first week of the year, against the Commanders, we got to really realize what the hell we got here. You know what I'm saying? And what we have here is a team that's working, focused every single day. The wide receivers are trying to be those dogs. And I'm going to get into that. You know what I'm saying? Phelps, what up, bro? King DV. You gotta come back and get your lip back on TP, bro. I don't have to get my lip back. What you mean my lip back? Y'all think he won? Don't do that. Don't gas me up, Leo. Please don't. Please don't. Don't gas me up, because I don't think he won at all. Jinx, what up? But no, I absolutely agree with QB1 on that aspect, whereas though that we really do need to. The short he made it short. I gotta check that out. But yeah, I think that when we get to the point where we're criticizing on the moves that Howie Roseman made, when we sitting up here thinking, that the draft picks and the moves that he made for wide receiver is like beneath us to the point where I think that the wide receiver room is very underrated. Drew, what up? The wide receiver room is very underrated. Let's just get into it real quick before I start playing my other videos that I got lined up for you guys. You got Dontayvion Wicks that's been showing out all camp thus far. And not including, I'm gonna just play this right here. Not including this one. Hold on, let me rewind it for you guys. There we go. Not including this one because I think that Dontayvion Wicks here, I think that he messed himself up. And I'm gonna let y'all see it, and then I'm gonna explain why. He allowed Q to get back into the play because if y'all peep, because Q can guard anybody. I'm not taking anything away from Q, but when he's right here, like he does that get off right there. He's supposed to just go full speed right there, but what he does that second jerk. It allows Q to get right back and put hands on him to the point where now that's what it is. Everybody keep looking at that part of Q when he's holding his jersey. And yes, that will be a hold in real time. But at the same time, I think that, the way that messed up the placement of the ball because now you got to put it in a situation where only he can get it. And right now it's tight coverage. But that would have been an interference. That would have been a pass interference if Q was like, and Q probably know that. He was just not trying to allow Dontayvion Wicks. He's been talking a lot of trash. He's been talking a lot of trash. So you got Dontayvion Wicks that's having a good camp. And I'm excited about him, just trying to redeem himself, not as that, dropper. That big drop and all that. It's beyond me to think that some people think that I'm supposed to be phased about the elite neighbors and Devontae Smith situation, like ridiculous. But I'm gonna watch it. I got you. I got it. I'm gonna drop some on another platform too, and then I'm gonna post it on YouTube. I told him that we need to talk, but we will. Shout out to TP Way though. But you got Dontayvion Wicks. Dontayvion Wicks is having a monster, or great, I should say not monster, but a great training camp so far. Then you got Darius Cooper. That's one of my dogs to the point where I think that he deserved a roster spot just on the strength of like him just going into that new role of being in the slot and getting these passes from QB1 and being able to just being able to coexist with him and everything like that. He talked about it here though.
The time with Jalen in the offseason this summer.
Very important. Just to, we got some work in, but just the talks, the conversation that we have off the field is just as important. It was good.
What's your impressions of
like his mindset is all about everything. Like it's not just about the basis of him just going out there with QB1. They have conversation like QB1, and he's not the only wide receiver that said that. Mekhi Lemon has said that he had great connections with Jalen Hurts and just having conversations with him. I know him and Devontae Smith talk. I know him and Dontayvion Wicks talk. So with that being said, I think that those two alone speak volumes. I never said Devontae Smith's name yet. Of course, he's been hurt. Mekhi Lemon has been hurt as well. I'm not sleeping on Elijah Moore. I think Elijah Moore has some stuff to prove. We don't need all these two receivers that's just monsters because I heard on Twitter that if Devontae Smith go down or Dontayvion Wicks go down, who do we have? Yes, that could be true. That could be true. We don't have no alpha, but at the same time, I feel like that Dontayvion Wicks, I don't see them being out like multiple games. I don't see it being a huge issue. We still got Hollywood Brown. That's another dog I think that we are sleeping on. Logan, what up? Finally, we are in the realest chat. Come on, Logan. Don't talk like that. But I appreciate you. Then he said we didn't have a yeah, he did. He said we didn't have a cornerback that could stop Malik Neighbors. He did say that, Jinx. He did say that. But no, I am excited about this wide receiver room. Then you can't forget about the other people that receives the ball, like the tight ends. You know, you got Dallas Goedert, even though you know a lot of people are coming at Eli Stowers in that situation. They coming out saying that you know Eli Stowers is it was too high of a pick. I do agree that he was too high of a pick. I do agree with that. But I do understand why they chose him, because think about it. He's a second round pick. They're not going to have to worry about tight end offensively. Now he does need to work on his blocking, and that's what he's been doing all training camp. He's been from that. He's been training with the with the O lineman too, just blocking and everything. You know, that's why we have Johnny Munt. Johnny Munt is one of those guys that he's a vet, so he's going to catch on to the scheme a little bit quicker. So he's going to start. He's going to start regardless. I'm not looking for Eli Stowers to start right away. I'm gonna call you D4, but shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. But yeah, I'm gonna just call you D4 because that's wild. I ain't gonna say that. But no, the wide receiver room is slept on. The tight ends, I think the tight ends is great. Complimented a lot about each other. I think that Johnny Munt fits well with that. I don't know if Grant Cocatera makes it. I think he's going to be a practice squad guy, and then he's just going to be elevated just in case of injury. But yeah, I think that we really gotta, you know, let this thing, you know, calibrate, just like QB1 alluded to. Just like he alluded to. He also talked about the wide receivers and everything like that. He's very excited about it.
You learn a lot about the guy. You learn a lot about the guys around you around this time of camp when it's humid, it's sticky, it's hot. You see who's got that anger to him, who's got a little bit of rage in him for the best. He's got it. So that's exciting to see. He runs great routes, and it'll be exciting to see him work this season. Great aggression he has.
And that's what I'm saying too. Like you really got to think about how Dontayvion Wicks is changing the passion in the locker room. Those things matter, man. It's all about mastering which the scheme and everything, and then going forward to the season. This is why I said that this is going to be very important. I kept saying it. It's going to hit some people probably not here. Yeah, I'm waiting for people to roll in and everything. Like, I got you. But shout out to you, Drew. But yeah, it's one of those things that, you know, when he talks, you know, he's leading by example. He's one of those guys that you really gotta is this it? Let's see. Yeah. I got another video. So he's really a leader on and off the field. So these guys have embraced it. You heard Dontayvion Wicks talk about it. Mekhi Lemon, you heard Elijah Moore. You heard of course Devontae Smith always got good things to say about QB1. Hollywood Brown is another one. You know what I'm saying? Darius Cooper. But you know, he's very big on Cooper, man, and he's very excited that, you know, to have him in the rotation in the arsenal of wide receivers. That's what I said, that they really underrated. You can't sit up there and not just try to wait and see about this wide receiver room before you sit up there and think that, you know, we need to go get somebody else. You know, everything has to play out, man. Everything has to play out. But this is QB1 talking about Darius Cooper.
Who's really emerged and opened your eyes there?
And I think Darius Cooper has done a really good job. He's always been a big body, physical, strong hands guy. But just to see how he's transitioned going into year two, I'm definitely excited for him, along with the rest of them. You know, I think this is just a beautiful time to get to learn your teammates. You know, I talk about the trip we took to Florida and the time we spent in Houston and being together with everyone. that's when you get to see, the babyface song "Body Talk." You see how the body talks to you. You know what I mean? And I think as a quarterback,
I think he was talking about something a little different.
Body talk.
Okay. Body talk.
Yeah,
Okay.
body talk.
I got
The
you.
deal. But you as a quarterback, you get to see how they run routes, especially in this time in offense, read and kind of reading with your feet. So, I'm excited for that, and I'm excited by how we've progressed over time, and we'll continue to do that.
And that's all I'm saying, fellas. I agree with you that he's happy as hell. Like, this is the most I ever seen him being this comfortable talking and not just throwing out the quotes all the time. He's basically telling you how he feel. He's showing you that gratitude of the connections that he had with the wide receivers and everything. That makes sense. It just makes sense on how he's viewing camps so far, and I'm enjoying it. I'm happy about it. I am happy about it. But some people like to keep hating. You know what I'm saying? And ESPN is known for having haters on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles. But Stephen A. Smith had this to say about Jalen Hurts.
Stephen A., has the criticism of Jalen Hurts been fair or foul?
Believe it or not, the answer to this question is both. I think that when the fair part is that just because you're a champion doesn't mean that we get to ignore everything you do subsequently. Mm-hmm. You still have other seasons to play. We don't get to live in the past. The fact of the matter is you won a Super Bowl championship a couple of years ago. It wasn't last year. Last year we watched 17 games played. We watched you be a shell of what you were at times compared to what we saw, particularly in key moments in the season before. And because of that, when people are critical of what they're seeing, it's fair because you're calling it like you see it. Now, when you characterize him and act like he's somebody that's incapable of doing something, when you know better, when you've seen him show up in clutch moments, when you've seen him produce in big moments, when you've seen him win a Super Bowl championship and be a Super Bowl MVP, and you act like he's incapable of greatness, that's where it's foul. Because you know better than that, and you just talking nonsense. That's not him. This brother can play the game of football. Is he the most accurate passer on a consistent basis? No. When you think about the elite passers in the game of football, is he that guy? No. But in key moments where you need something to happen that's going to ultimately produce a W, is Jalen Hurts one of those dudes you should have faith in? You're damn right he is, because he's proven that he could do that. Again, foul when you try to character assassinate him based on the results, but fair when you're compartmentalized and pointing out key moments where he could have done something better than what he actually did.
But see, and this is why I say it's hating. What's going on, Teddy Tiff? What up? Shardy, what up? What's going on? No, but this is why I said it was kind of heat, regardless if he tried to clean it up and everything like that, because he talks about guys like Drew Brees, talks about guys like Aaron Rodgers, guys that only have one championship, and that's basically, and this is why they were playing too, by the way. He talks about guys like, oh, he's Super Bowl champion, reigning Super Bowl MVP, something like that, and he'd go on about it. Let's not get it confused. He's a dog. He's the bad man and all that. But when it comes to Jalen Hurts, oh yeah, we get that you won a Super Bowl and all that. So we just supposed to just brush that under the rug now? That's what we're supposed to do. On top of that, now you're sitting up there saying that it's fair because he's not consistent with throwing passes and all that. What quarterback is really consistent throwing these passes? Because quarterbacks are human, and they're not going to sit up there and hit the bucket, or hit somebody right in stride or anything like that every single time. Not even Patrick Mahomes. Not even no, I ain't watching that. I am not watching that damn that Hall of Fame bowl. I'm not doing that. Not tonight. Probably. Hold up. What time is it? Oh, you got 5 minutes. Probably. I don't know. But you can't say that Jalen Hurts is fair because Jalen Hurts was a shell of himself. He wasn't a shell of himself. If you go back and look at every single game from last season alone, let's just say last season, is games where it's to the point where it's stuff that was missed out of the numbers, if we're just talking the numbers, you can sit up there and say that. But if you watch the game on the reason why the numbers look the way it did, so that's what I'm saying. When they say he's a shell of himself and all that, that's stupid to me. Stizzy, what up? Hopefully everybody like, comment, subscribe, ding the bell for notifications coming in. You know, you probably don't have to, you're probably not going to be here for a long time, but at least you here. And, you know, I got it on the TV. I'll watch here and there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not really watching it, especially they got Kenny Pickett, and this is the highlight of the game that Kenny Pickett is starting. It's crazy. If consistency gets me Josh Allen and Jay Herbert playoff record, they could have it. Facts, Teddy. Facts. Because let's face it. Let's just face it. Let's just be honest with ourselves. Let's be honest with ourselves. Hold on. Let me fix this camera. There we go. Let's be honest with ourselves. If Jalen Hurts had the playoff record as Justin Herbert, he would have been ran out of Philly already. If Jalen Hurts had the playoff record as Dak Prescott, he would have been ran out of Philly already. If Jalen Hurts had the playoff record as a Lamar Jackson, he'd be ran out of Philly already. Some people will say, but he deserved it because he got the numbers and he got these MVPs. So what's the results? It's so crazy how we sit up there and we get so confused as fans, not just Eagles fans, but fans of the NFL and football, right? That you got these guys that's throwing 4,000 yards. You got these guys MVP and offensive players of the year and all that type of stuff. You got all that, right? But when did it become great to pay somebody that don't have results and winning the Super Bowl, winning the championship of the right conference? What makes it the fact that we're talking about now Jalen Hurts is in his last year guaranteed money, and we don't know if we're going to extend him? He has the accolades. He has the locker room. The organization is following his lead. Why are we talking about not paying this guy? Why are we talking about not paying this guy? Kenny Pickett has more snaps in the Super Bowl than Josh Allen. Facts. That's a fact. That's a fact. But that's what I'm saying, that, you know, it doesn't make sense. 32, a little over 3,200 yards passing last season. When on a run-first offense and a competent offensive coordinator, and then arguably the most stubborn wide receiver I ever met in Eagles history. In Eagles history, I'm saying. Because people could throw the T.O. situation out. The T.O. came and made our damn team better. I was there. It was T.O., Todd Pinkstink. And I believe James Thrash or something like that. Eagles girl, what up? No, it wasn't Eagles Thrash. Eagles Thrash. It wasn't James Thrash. It was my guy, Macklin. I think it was J Mac. It was J Mac. Yep. It's because people believe the lies. Yeah, they're gonna believe the lies. But no, I don't even think it's that. I don't even think it's just that, D4. I don't think it's that. I think it's people like to rile up the Eagles fan base because they already know the Eagles fan base ride for their squad. So we're gonna go and talk to on a Cowboys or Giants or a Commander stream. We're gonna talk about ESPN. We even gonna talk about the people that hate on him here. It's crazy to think that we gotta keep, you know, hey, our quarterback. But I'd rather do that for our quarterback that proved itself and been to 2 Super Bowls, got hardware at the link. Then a quarterback that's throwing 4,000 yards and all that, nothing to show for, can't get out the second round, can't win a playoff game, fumble his last playoff game away. keep putting all this pressure on Jalen Hurts and everything like that? Why is it not that much pressure on Lamar Jackson? It's pressure on some Baltimore Ravens fans. But why is it not that much pressure on Lamar Jackson like it is Jalen Hurts? Because of the hope that you think that he could do it. Jalen Hurts did it. We've seen it twice. He's been to the Super Bowl. He's been to the mountaintop, outperformed their guy. He's done it. He's done it. He's done it. I'm waiting for Art to get back in here because he's one of the guys. Jimbo, what up? Oh, Art isn't here. Art isn't here. I do want to play this real quick because Art is in here and I just want his thoughts. I got this video just for Art. Like I said, Art, I will be doing another call-in. I promise you. I'll send the link the correct way, and we can start from scratch. And we ain't got to even waste no time. We're gonna start from scratch. I'll let you know when I'm gonna do that. I know it's gonna be before the first preseason game, though. I know that. So I'll just stay tuned. But I do want to play this for you, and I want your thoughts.
100% alignment, zero entitlement. I love that you always have a mantra. I think as a fan, or even as somebody who covers all 32, and it's like, what's going on there? You put it right there for me. Like, you put it into context. Why is that the right button to push for this 2026 squad?
I think that alignment is so critical. I think, when you can get the entire team, coaches, players, everybody in the building, front office, pulling in the same direction, and that's a huge thing in team sports, and we play and coach the ultimate team sport there is. And you just get a couple guys that are pulling against that direction, it makes an effect. And so can you get everybody aligned on the same page? And that's, if tackling is really important to me, but it's not that important to somebody else, and we're not all aligned. We're not on the same page. And I think it's just really being very clear with the job description and what your standard and what your core values are, and coming back to those relentlessly on a daily basis. As far as entitlement, like, just because we won 11 games last year or won the Super Bowl the year before, it entitles us to nothing. You have to earn it every single day, because the moment you step back and think you have it made, especially in this league, you get punched in the mouth. And so we are entitled to nothing. We hold these seats and we're entitled to nothing, and we have to earn it every day. And that's part of also the standard being very high, where you have that mentality.
And I like that, because everybody made fun of Nick Sirianni when he basically did what he did, Chat GPT and all that, but he had to grab something from somewhere, pause. But he did have to, find a way to motivate this roster, especially the offensive side of the ball. You got these younger guys coming in and everything like that, so it has to be something new. Of course, he keeps the tough detail together. He keeps that, and he keeps that fundamentals being the forefront of everything like that. But at the end of the day, I think that he's a good leader of men. He's just bad at situational things, and then also just in-game adjustments. We've seen that. I hope we don't go through that this season, whereas though we only scoring in one half, either the beginning half or the till end of the second half. That's basically what we were doing in the beginning. I know we're gonna go through a rough patch offensively, but I feel like it should not be to the point where we're not putting points on the board each quarter. You know what I'm saying? Shardy said, DV, next time you talk to TP, let him know Smitty had 1196 in 2022 while neighbors had 1204. 8-yard difference for greatness. Neighbors is not, look, here's my thing, right? 20, think about it like this, right? Because if I say that's a alley-oop too, because I'm gonna say it just like that too. Then he's gonna be like, that's it. See, you just said my guy was better. He had 8 yards. It's still 8 yards, but I'm like, but he also had AJ Brown on the other side too in 2022. You know what I'm saying? He also had that. He also had that. He was a number 2. Yeah. He was a number 2 at the time. and still almost had 1,200 yards. It's ridiculous. Anyway, back to the program. Nick Sirianni, I think that Nick Sirianni is a great leader of men, but he just can't, call the offense. I think that it's great that we going in with a certain mindset. We always talk about AJ Brown not being here. Damn, I thought I had that. Whatever, I'll talk about it later. AJ Brown not being here is going to make lift the weight on the shoulder. Like, it probably lift the weight off of Nick Sirianni too. Trying to get him involved, trying to get him the ball, trying to get trying to make everybody happy, including AJ Brown, and the fact that they had to put something like a positive bunny or trying to uplift the team and all that. Like, yeah, it was time to go in a different direction anyway. It was, and I'm just happy that it's over and we can get back to playing football. Besides the guy, I said it later, but I'm gonna say it now. Besides AJ Brown right now, he's going to he's getting in one-on-one shouting matches, almost fighting Gonzo out there. I forgot. I got the video. I had the video. I thought, do I have that? No. But yeah, he is that the but yeah, I'm happy that we were out of that dark cloud and making sure that I'm not hoping that he fell this year, but I'm going to laugh when he do though. I'm just mad the fact that he quit on us. He quit because play calling, the way the ball wasn't going his way. He wasn't the guy, and he felt like and with the Patriots he's going to be the guy. That says a lot on what he thinks about Ramon Stevenson and Romeo Dobbs and all these other guys. You know what I'm saying? It says a lot. He's going to say all the right things on the whistle, but on the microphone. But at the end of the day, he really thinks he's going to go there and be the guy. Linda, what is going on? What is going on? No, he's been but we're going to see how to really handle Gonzo in this joint practice that we have, these couple days of joint practice. We're gonna see. Art, what Art talking about, man? Nad, what up? Function, what up? Said what's up to Linda. DV, you say he just can't call the offense, like it's not a big deal. No, it's not a big deal because at the end of the day, the way we got it set up now. Now it was a big deal when we had incompetent play calling because he couldn't take over. So I do agree with you there. But now it should be all on the Sean Mannion coaching and his play calling. Period. It should be all on him. It should be all on him. Even if it's not working, you gotta let these guys dig themselves out of the hole. You can't just have all these coaches in the headset trying to tell QB1 where to go with the ball, what to do, and do all those things. You can't just do that. You can't. But I do agree with you that it was an issue when we had like a Kevin Patula, or when we had what's his name? Johnson. I think that was his last name. Look, I'm just saying, I just don't want to keep talking about AJ all year, but if something looks crazy, yeah, he's gonna be on Front Street. I'm putting him right on the screen. Like, look at this. Look at this. How do you want the team to handle AJ Brown during the joint practice and with the Pats? Should be. I think they should be in his face. I think it should be very competitive. I feel like that AJ Brown going to try to come with that squad, whereas there's going to be some shoving, especially if he go against Q. I think Q is not going back down. You see what he did with Mike Evans. What was that? A couple years ago. You see what he did. So I'm not really too concerned about how to handle AJ Brown. I think AJ Brown going to get bracketed. I think that we're going to try some things and all that. I feel like that between Drake May having to get the ball out to him and just bracketing him, and I think Vic Fangio is going to scheme up some things. The only thing that he may get over on, because he's been practicing with these guys, is probably one-on-ones. But besides that, I think that if it's 11 on 11, 7 on 7, I don't see AJ Brown doing too much. I don't. Art said, DV, you know this better than anyone does. If we do good, Sean is gone. If we do bad, Sean is gone. Then we're back to square one. We can't say that right now, because like I said, it's all about, just like, think about it. We always talk about like variations of schemes, right? And we talked about our old coaching staff, our old defensive coordinators that came in, was doing a Vic Fangio scheme light. You know what I'm saying? Now we got Vic Fangio. It could be the same way, whereas though we could get somebody else from that branch. We can't hold people hostage or anything like that. Now, if people sit up there and decide that, hey, we had a good season, but we just didn't reach to the level that we needed to reach to, yeah, of course we're going to sit up there and want him back, because we want to run that back. That's one thing I respect about Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson did that 1 year, because he could have had a head coaching job, but he did that 1 year. He decided to go back with the Lions, and then he got the head coaching job. I like when coaches do that, because it's not done. It's not done. It's not done, and it's unfinished business. And I like when coaches do that. You know what I'm saying? But no, it shouldn't be Nick Sirianni getting in his own way and shooting himself in the foot again. Q going to lock AJ down, because you got Q on one side, and you got Reek on another one. They both hot heads. And yeah, you can't really like hurt your team. You can't hurt your team in a joint practice. So of course, all that taunting that people are nervous about with Reek Woolen, all that's going to get into AJ Brown head, especially if they flip sides. You know what I'm saying? AJ Brown, that whole practice, he better just be a decoy. Sean Stain, he has very little experience. He will be fine. Look, if he think about it, we got to stop, because it is a possibility that he could leave. Because think about it, without AJ Brown, the numbers that the offense put up last season, and the where they were at, they was at the dead last in motions, and they weren't really like that high in offense. If they lift up that ranking, if this team on offense looks so much better than what they did last season, and you got maybe one, maybe two almost 1,000-yard receivers, and then you got everybody else touching the rock. You got Jalen Hurts going 600 yards rushing. You got Saquon Barkley getting close to that between 1,300 to 1,500 yards rushing. You got certain things that's going on like that. You got Tank being a part of the offense and being that switch hitter for us, and just running the ball with purpose. And that 1-2 punch is going to feed families. You got the tight end, Dallas Goedert, sitting up there being a red zone threat. There's so many things with this offense that can happen. But if it looks totally different and we get the same results, get on to the playoffs, and especially because this is an even number year, if we go into the playoffs and we sit up there and win all out and we end up in the Super Bowl, I can see people calling for Sean Mannion, because how it looked and how much praise he was getting this offseason, and then the results is that, yeah, he's going to get some calls. King DV, you should review Coach JB's take on AJ Brown's thumb. I gotta check that out. I don't know what he said. I don't see AJ playing during the joint practice. I don't know. It could be that point. Well, okay, let's put it this way. I think that because it's in New England, or it's in they're basically home. if it was since it's there, I think he will. I don't think he practiced the full time because he's going to be trying. He's going to be trying to work out everything because he wants to prove that they need me. He's going to go and he's got a ego to the point where he's going to want to go at Q. He's going to want to go at Reek and Coop and all them. And he's going to expect Coop to try to take it lightly, especially if he's going to be in motion, which I doubt. He's not going to be in motion at all. But I don't think the Eagles secondary is going to take it easy on them. But like I said, I think Drake May is going to have a difficult time because the weight is front seven about to get on him. Pause. But that's my opinion. Leave no inside zones on the table, KP. Linda said coaching comes with the concept of a winning organization. It just is next OC up. It is. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not too concerned about if Sean leaves or not. I'm really not, because we've seen Jalen Hurts prevail with all these guys. You know what I'm saying? Never missed the playoffs, always had a winning record, regardless if it was a one and done in the postseason or not. Always had a winning record since he's been a starter, when it's never been the issue. It's always just been, how can they reach that goal of the Super Bowl. That's basically what it's all about. And I can't wait till we get back there. I really can't, because now what you going to say about him? And then remember earlier I played the bull with the big forehead. What's his name? Stephen A. Smith. I played his take on Jalen Hurts. I want you to listen to the rebuttal of Jalen Hurts, or I think it was before Stephen A. Smith said what he said, but I'm gonna play that here.
Because it's not Joe Burrow, it's not Josh Allen, and it's not Lamar Jackson. It's not any of those guys. It's not those guys. His peers are Patrick Mahomes. His peers are Eli Manning. His peers are Russell Wilson. His peers are Ben Roethlisberger's. Quarterbacks in the 2000s that have been to multiple Super Bowls. Those are his peers. Don't get it twisted. Jalen Hurts is on a Hall of Fame trajectory. You look at his team's success, 11 wins last year, 14 wins the year prior, 11 wins back in 2023, 14.
I couldn't have said it better myself. And I'm happy. I'm not happy. I'm mad that they cut him off. Unique, what up? What is going on? E-money. But yeah, it's one of those things where you got to think, like, why are we comparing him to people that hasn't been to the mountaintop? And like the only people that you can compare him to in the NFL right now is Patrick Mahomes, Matthew Stafford. And why isn't it all like when Matthew Stafford wins the Super Bowl, like when he won the Super Bowl, or even this year, if Aaron Donald does come back, because I feel like that he is working out with them and all that. So I'm pretty sure that he's on a trajectory to probably sign in the 1-year deal. But if they come out, it's not going to be looked at like they got a super team. They're not going to say that. They're not going to say that. They're going to say that about Jalen Hurts, because Jalen Hurts can't do it by himself. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous at this point. Unique then switched up the picture. I had a double take, but let me see. Fair or foul? All pick fair. Funny as hell. If Sean ends up not as good as we thought, that's 3 horrible coordinators in 4 years. Yeah, and it's picked by him. They were picked by him. Well, yeah. They was all picked by him supposedly. You know what I'm saying? Jigga, what's going on? He gotta be better than the BOA we had last year. Yeah. I said BOA. I know what you meant, fellas. You see Joe Burrow is struggling under center. No, don't talk about that. No, what are you doing, Jigga? You're not supposed to talk about that. You spelled Jalen Hurts wrong. That's what they do. Like, they overlook the struggles of quarterbacks. They overlook the struggles of quarterbacks that they want to win, but the ones that they can't figure out, how is this dude doing it? How is this dude doing this? Man, I remember when I was in high school and it was this one dude. He probably was like the most basic dude that you could ever, think about and all that, but the girls was around him. And it was always a hating group talking about how is he getting so much play? How is he getting so much attention from these females? And when we talk to him, they curve us. It's similar to that. It's similar to that. Look, we coming back, we coming fresh with the Jordans, fresh haircut, crisp outfits, and all that name brand and all that. I drive, and this dude, he catches the bus, and he's walking these girls to the bus stop, walking them to the store, and everything like that. How is he getting all the attention? People can't understand it. They can't fathom it. And then on top of that, us as Eagles fans, we're going to be drawn to it. So, of course, they're going to keep talking about it for clickbait. And rightfully so, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use the same thing. I'm going to just do the same thing. I'm going to use y'all for clickbait because, King DV responds to this person. King DV responds to that person. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen. As much as y'all talk about Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles, as much I'm going to talk about y'all asses. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm happy Saquon Barkley is in a good headspace as well. He's basically been talking about like just trying to get back to himself and not try to chase the 2000. He said if he does that and to be the first running back to actually hit the 2000 mark, he said he'd be good with that, but he's not chasing it. He just want the best out of this season for himself and do whatever he got to do. And I'm just paraphrasing, but he was on K Adams as well. And he was talking about Octavian Woods too. And this is what he had to say.
I came in here a little scared that you were bored of being a running back and wanted to be a corner.
No.
Because you were out there. Why are you out there being a DB, helping Dontavian Wicks out? What are you doing?
He was teaching me the game. See, that's why it's the details that matter. He was showing there's a route that I want to be really good at this year, which I would not say, but I want to be really good this year. And I watched him run it, and I think he does at a high level. First of all, Tay is a steal. Yes. I don't like speaking, too high because I don't want to put too much pressure, but like this guy can handle it, and I love everything that he's about. Shout out to Howie again. I don't know how we got him for whatever round we traded for, but it's just not even like he just brings like a different type of energy for the wide receiver group, and not just he's a violent route runner and he's violent catching the ball, but he also put his face in there and block at a high level. So I'm excited. I'm excited to have him as a teammate this year.
And that's the whole thing about Octavian Woods. That's why I said that this wide receiver room is so underrated, because a lot of people are looking at it because we don't have that alpha no more, and they feeding into the narrative that everybody's going to say, TP wasted it to Leo. Y'all don't have AJ Brown. I want to see this offense without AJ Brown, and AJ Brown is not the end all be all to the offense. They don't understand the engine that makes the offense work is always going to start with QB1. And we've always been a run first squad. The thing about AJ Brown, he's always had issues with run first teams. When Titans turned straight to a run first squad and just went King Henry, he had an issue. He had an issue that he wasn't getting paid or anything like that. But think about it. AJ Brown wasn't really him until he got to Midnight Green, and until he start saying fly Eagles flies, until he start getting his bag from us. He wasn't like that. Like 1,000 yards and all that. That's nothing nowadays. You get 1,000 yards, people could trade you right then and there. I think who else? Stephon Diggs. He just got picked up by the Commanders. He had 1,000 yards last season. Don't mean anything no more to people. We have to do everything to hide the deficiency at head coach. Yo, you just not gonna let up, bro. You're not gonna let up. And I'm happy that you're consistent though. You're not gonna let up. Now, if I find out that Nick Sirianni has his hands on a play or something like that was crucial in the moment, or really judgmental, whereas though you got your kicker on ice, and then you want him to kick a 3-point field goal to try to win a game, and he missed, and we sitting up there yelling at the kicker and not at the coach for his bad judgment, because he should not have been on ice the whole game. This is what he does. It's crazy. But like I said, I think Nick Sirianni will kind of be in this prove it deal of not letting his ego get in the way this year. Not allowing that to happen. I think we are going to have a great year. I think so too. I do. Like I said, right now I got us at 13-4. I got us losing 4 games right now. If when healthy, regardless of how the scheme look, I feel like that the Eagles are smart enough, especially with the vets and the people that have been to the mountaintop that's on the squad still. They know how to get it together. It's going to be frustrating as hell to watch, but yeah. I like how this team talks about each other. That's what I'm saying. He talked about Jalen Hurts as well.
For this summer, a lot of people that have those opinions can never do what he's able to do. One thing about Jalen Hurts that I'm a big fan about: one, he's a competitor and he's going to adapt to anything he needs to do. And
I don't even have to say much, because this is what he does. This is what the impact that Jalen Hurts has on guys. That's great. That's already going to the Hall of Fame. That's already going to the Hall of Fame, man. 2,000 yards and all that. Terrell Davis did it. He's in the Hall of Fame. Come on, man. You said 14-3, Tiff. I mean, I'm not mad at that. You know, anything better than mine is good for me. The team is locked in, and I love it. I love the fact that there's no distractions, nothing like that. They tackling the new scheme hard and all that. Is this what I'm looking for? Oh, I'm not even on the defense yet. I didn't even get to the defense yet. I've just been talking about the offense. But look at this route from Darius Cooper. This is why I'm so high on him, man. I seen this video and I'm like, I remember this play, because I thought when I thought this was AJ Brown that did this. But look at this play.
Unprompted today, Jalen Hurts had a lot of good things to say about Darius Cooper. Bam, like that release right there. But then the awareness, put that foot in the ground, know the corner's right behind you, go get a few extra yards of grass. All right, you watch him right here in the shallow cross. Watch the release again. Like, you watch his hands. Watch it. Bam. All right, I mean, that's an experienced release to get the corner's hands off him. 4th and 2. He's in a stacked route right here. All right, again, you watch him. Bam. Corner's in a trail. Contested catch right here. Got the cross in the middle of the field, and then the touchdown. You watch the release right here. Again, like big, strong, fast. All right? Now, he knows the safety's coming over the top. Go get the ball. Don't wait, so that safety might be able to blow you up. Go get it. Come down and secure it. Darius Cooper, 2nd-year player out of Tarleton State, right? Getting a little mention from the quarterback today, and rightfully so.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's very underrated. Everybody's talking about everybody. Even Saquon Barkley was talking about Nick Sirianni and everything, and what they bring in the narrative that he's coming with this year. I'm just excited that football is back, man. I know some people are watching that Hall of Fame game just to see, some type of football, but it's going to be boring. I'm telling you that now. It's going to be boring. They're going to try to hype it up, but look, I got us 12-5. All right, D4. Players play. They have to execute. They do. Hold on. Let me catch up with the Eagles girl said 13-4 is good. No L's this season. I can't say that, bro. I can't say that right now. Tiff would say 100% alignment, 0% entitlement. Would you say? Or how can he help him out when the interior couldn't run block? Hold on, what did they say? Hurts got deficiencies, but the problem is, oh yeah, they going at each other. All right, they talking to each other. No, Jalen Hurts is the only one that can't have a bad game. You know what I'm saying? He can't have a bad game. His stock drops. He's not in the Hall of Fame. They don't sit up there and care about none of that. You know, all they care about is what has Jalen Hurts done lately. He's still got football to play. That's what they care about. I just love how the team is talking. I'm gonna play. What's this? Oh no, that's the one with Darius Cooper. I just played that, so let me delete that. So I'll play that again. Yeah. Yeah, I just think that the Eagles are ready and prepared, man. If they had to go out there today and tomorrow, I think they'd figure it out. If they'd figure it out, it'd be stressful because we know what we want to see, especially because we got PTSD from last season. We got PTSD from last season. At the same time, I think that they're going to figure it out, and and we're going to like how it looks, man. Under center, passes through the middle, tight window throws, and everything like that. You've seen the type of plays that which I like. I remember watching him, and I'm like, I think that he's running the same type of routes that AJ Brown run, the little slants, the crossers, in between tight coverage. He's basically physical at the line of scrimmage with the cornerback and beating them, and then being aware of where he's at and all that. I feel like that he's ready, man. I feel like he's ready. That's why I said if young boy Mekhi Lemon, if he sit up there and needs more time, I think I would honestly put Darius Cooper in the slot. I'll put him in the slot. I think he's ready. And I think him and Jalen Hurts got that chemistry. They do. I was ready for Nick to go midway into. Everybody was ready for Nick to go. But one thing for certain that Nick Sirianni always going to have that record, his what he has done for the organization under his belt. He's been the head coach, so you gotta take it for what it is, basically. The good and the bad. He does do a lot of messed up things and hiring and situational play calling and overlooking certain things, and just one thing he does is he takes up for his squad. He basically gives his squad the praise that they deserve, and yeah, it's just one of those things that you really gotta focus on the good at this point, because it's clean slate. See how he is this season, right? Before we start critiquing. We already know, but we can't just assume that it's going to happen until it happens this season. And we'll know when it happens, just like EC1 said a couple of lives ago. We'll know when it happens. How great are Hurts stats without AJ's drops? Teddy, I said that earlier. Last season, Jalen Hurts could have had 4,000 yards. And it wasn't just AJ drops. Davante dropped a couple crucial passes, miscommunication on some throws with other receivers and everything like that. That's why I was excited when they said that Jalen Hurts threw that interception to who was that? Michael Carter II, but they came back and hit Elijah Moore. That's who he was going for when he got that second interception of training camp. Shardy said, when you look at all 32 starting quarterbacks in the league, there is zero quarterback that you could realistically trade Hurts for. Geno Smith for Hurts, GTFO. We good with Hurts. Why? So I was with you, but then you I would never. It's always what ifs with the Philadelphia Eagles. But I was with you until you said Geno Smith. Like, why is that? Like, did somebody say Geno Smith? Because I wouldn't have said Geno Smith. I would have said I wouldn't trade Josh Allen for him. I would not. Because Josh Allen, he don't give, he can sit up there and be a better athlete. And I doubt that. I don't think he's a better athlete at all. I just think that, just like Hurt said, they took me off my leash. They made sure that I was healthy. Because that's what Nick Sirianni said. What was that? Last season, they was trying to make sure that he was healthy. A lot of people was concerned that Jalen Hurts wasn't running enough. Nick fits right in. He does. He does. That's what I'm saying. Like at the end of the day, you know, he just gonna be one of those. It's a clean state. That's all I'm saying, Jigga. With Nick Sirianni, Jalen Hurts, whoever you want to criticize, we know how it was in the past and all that. They need to fix it. Go out there and perform. Make sure Nick Sirianni's not in his own way. Make good judgments. Give kudos to what he needs to. When we see these videos of him and meetings and everything like that, he's saying all the right things to try to get the guys, you know, engaged and keep them engaged. Like that's his role. That matters. It's not the fact that he don't do nothing football wise, because he do. He has impact within the organization right now. Him and Jalen Hurts, I could truly say, changed how the dynamic of the football team was after the Nick Foles and the era and all that. They did. I appreciate you, fellas. I agree. Hater, I love it. He is the right coach for the team and the city. A lot of people could not do it. That's what I'm saying. You got to give kudos to that too. You need like all the criticism and everything like that. I didn't see nobody, because they keep throwing it out there. I was watching a video. I think EC1 sent it to me. 94.1. I missed it. I missed the episode or whatever like that. But they was basically talking to Sean Mann and said, yeah, they yoked his house and all that, talking about Kevin Patullo. Nick Sirianni get all this hate and all this other stuff from the fan base. The fan base ain't do nothing to his household. The fan base ain't do nothing to him. Like, Nick Sirianni has the respect because of since he's been a starter, yes, he's made a lot of mistakes, but as he's been not starter, he's been a head coach. Nick Sirianni has won, you know, regardless of how it looks or who had to come in to help him win and things like that. He's won. He's, as a head coach of the NFL, he's won. He's one of those guys that can sit up there and do C- work or C+ work and still be happy because his whole group got an A. He could do that. He could do that. He could do that. Because people talk about Nick Sirianni like he's Chip Kelly. People talk about Nick Sirianni like who else? Ray Rhodes. Who else we had? That's what I'm saying. Like you can't really just say Nick Sirianni is going to be the downfall of the squad. We had a lot of upside with Nick Sirianni. We did, you know. I would probably trade Hurts for Josh or Mahomes, but nobody else. Yeah, I'm not trading for no Josh Allen. Josh Allen don't have a winning mentality, brother. And I feel like anything that Josh Allen can do, especially with a competent offensive coordinator, and if because they like to throw this what ifs with the Eagles. If you put Josh Allen on the Eagles, that's an automatic Super Bowl. Well, my guy been there twice with the Eagles. I feel like that Jalen Hurts could do everything that Josh Allen does if he gets taken off that leash to the point where they allow him to play just like how Jalen Hurts is supposed to be playing. For sure. That's why I'm like, no. We seen Jalen Hurts in Super Bowls. I'm not going to sit up there and knowing what I know, this guy's not showing up in the postseason. Even when it was like a clear runway. Lamar was out. Patrick Mahomes was out. I think Joe Burrow was out and all that, and you still fumbled the bag. You fumbled. King DV, don't forget Nick Sirianni hired 2 other worst offensive. No, he did. From what we know, he has. But like I said, Nick Sirianni, like one thing I'm like, yo, Nick Sirianni, because you gotta look at it 2 ways. Nick Sirianni came out with an article after the 2023 season and basically laid everything out. Hey, giving up the play calling and everything to Kellen. That's something that was hard for me to do. Like, he was a man of, just taking accountability. You got to respect that. Before, I'm like, yeah, we know he couldn't do that and all that, but then when you go back and really pay attention, he knew what he was doing was wrong. He knew that. Get the ball, just throw the ball down the field. Keep throwing the ball down the field. So predictable. I was done with Sirianni after the Flowers rant, but now I'm on his side. That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta see these coaches, these players, and all that. You gotta give it time. So I don't like when people are jumping out the window. And Malik, I'm gonna read your shout out to you, bro. But you gotta give it time. You can't just sit up there and be like, yo, Nick Sirianni needs to be this type of head coach. Because right now, if because I'm gonna speak it to existence, Jalen Hurts is gonna get an extension. When we go to the Super Bowl again, Nick Sirianni is going to probably get an extension. They probably going to be up there percentage-wise with the greatest quarterback and head coach duos. And I know people are going to say he don't deserve it, but at the same time, hey, he's head coach. He's the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. Anybody that come here and play for us, they just got nothing but good things to say about the head coach. And I know they're trying to keep it professional, but that's all I'm saying. That you can't judge him on yesteryear. You got to know how he's going to view it, just by the mistakes and all that, because every man makes mistakes. We gotta really just critique him this season. I will say those choke seasons when he doesn't have a great OC and things get tough, he does always respond. I mean, yeah, every other year we've been to the Super Bowl. Every other year. That's crazy. That's a crazy trade, yo. No way in hell, right? DV, Josh got nothing, and he's still competing. Name me 3 guys on Josh's offense. Here we go, Art. But see, that's the problem. We're comparing players that don't have nothing. So now it's an issue because our GM is better than the Bills GM. Italian Stallion is crazy too. No, Nick got an extension after the Super Bowl in 24. I know that. He got a 3-year extension. I will take Matthew Stafford over Josh Allen. Facts. Because Matthew Stafford know how to win the Super Bowl. We've seen that too. Josh Allen, because we keep talking about Josh Allen like this ball is the pinnacle. Your brain is kind of fault when you talk about guys like that, because yes, he's a great athlete. He does great things and all that. He's exciting. He be having like 4 touchdown games, and he's running the ball, throwing the ball everywhere and all that. But when you sit up there and say that he has nobody, he does have a running game. He does have a running back. It opens it up a lot. You can't just talk about receivers and all that, because he did have receivers at one point. He did have Stephon Diggs in his prime. We can't be what we hate the Cowboys fans for. I don't understand that. Please don't say that I'm acting like how they do with Dak Prescott. Please don't. Art, I like you, Art. Please don't. Here come that with zero healthy receivers in camp. No, I know. That's why I'm ignoring. I'm ignoring the hell out of Nad, because Nad don't really know. Nad don't know anything. But I'm happy y'all got Deebo Samuel back. I am happy about that. Not only does Matthew Stafford win Super Bowl, but his numbers every year are great, and he always performs. No, he does. He just won MVP. He does. He just won MVP. And like I said, I'm not taking anything away from Josh Allen, but he cannot win. He can't close the deal. So why would I sit up there and like say today or tomorrow, Josh Allen demands a trade? You saying that you would trade Josh Allen for Jalen Hurts right now. Hurts has, what did it say? Hurts has to perform better if he wants an ascension. He doesn't. He doesn't. He can sit up there and be the same type of quarterback. To be the same type of quarterback, yes, we want him to get the better numbers. Yes, we want him to make those important throws and things like that. But he never had the opportunity to. And think about it. He's been playing very predictable offensive football and still been prevalent. So just imagine if he has an incompetent coach and quarterback coach tandem that can actually put it all together. That's what I'm saying. Josh Allen had those things. Josh Allen had those things. Patrick Mahomes had those things. For the time being, before he just got fired, Lamar Jackson had those things. And still couldn't do it. You know, except for Patrick Mahomes, but he still couldn't do it. Matthew Stafford been balling. It took him to go to a competent coach and offensive play guru to sit, and Sean McVay, to sit up there and win a Super Bowl. Like, I'm not doing that, bro. Redskins, you telling your age. Redskins are going to have a terrible season with Diggs. Look, they're gonna find out. On my way home, I'll come back when I get there. I got you, Tiff. I'm not paying him shit. If he's performing like the past couple of years, money is shifted to the defense. You really don't have to pay the defense right now. You know, now next year, you know, that's what we talk about, the next offseason. Yeah, but he might want to get ahead of the curve. Josh Allen and Dak Prescott are pretty much the same quarterback. Great regular season, has times they look elite in regular seasons and shrink in the playoffs. I mean, it's a lot of quarterbacks you can say about that, like that, Malik. It's a lot of quarterbacks. I appreciate you, Tiff. Yeah, have a safe drive. You know, you get home safe. Diggs be like, well, I haven't choked. Yo, you gotta chill. I can't even like repeat that, yo. No, Jigga, I understand Jigga. That's why I'm saying, like, when Jigga says stuff, like, I understand that he's a difficult critic when it comes to Jalen Hurts. I got that. But I'm just saying that Jalen Hurts hasn't really felt to win. Never felt to put the team on his back and everything like that. So I'm going off of that, and I'm sitting here and letting you know that I got it in me to say, let my twist people. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I said I got it. Yeah, that is a pause. You right. You right. You right. You right. But yeah, it's we can't just keep going off of that. You know, we can't keep going off of not good numbers and all that. Who shows up? Who shows up? Saquon Barkley had this to say about Nick Sirianni.
The narrative that's out there about Nick is so far from the truth.
All he's done is win. Top 5 winning percentage all time. Saquon, NFL history, Nick Sirianni, Super Bowl championship. Why do you think Nick doesn't get the respect, like, nationally and even in Philly? Why doesn't he get the respect that he deserves?
The same reason why Jalen don't get the respect he deserves. Same reason why when, you know, I rush for 2,000 yards, it may be looked at not as good as other 2,000 yards. It's just how it works when you're in Philly, because Nick and Howie and all of them, they do a really good job of creating a great culture and a winning culture and having great teams. And Nick would be the first one to tell you, you know what makes a really good coach? I remember asking this. I was like, you know, like, I've gone against you for so many years, and like, what do you think makes you a great coach? Like, I know you're a great coach. I want to hear why. And
one of the first things he said, he was like, you know what makes great coaches? Great teams and great players. And you know what makes a great running back? A great offensive line. You know what makes a great quarterback? A great offensive line, a great team, and a great offensive coordinator.
So how can you sit up there and hate somebody that's all about team, man? That's all about the team. At the end of the day, this team has been winning. We get results with guys, saying things like that. With him just doing that type the speech right there. He didn't put it on himself like I'm a great coach because of, I call it like I see it and I hold people accountable. No, he went straight to team. And then he was like, running back needs this. The running back needs that. Like, head coach needs great players. And we are set up that way. But that's always been the downfall, just like Saquon said about Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts, because Jalen Hurts has a good GM and all that. They built a team around Jalen Hurts that fit his scheme and all that, and made other players believed in him. And now we're sitting up there holding that against him, saying he's got a super team. But the Rams wasn't a super team when they won the Super Bowl. I don't understand at all. I don't. Look at this marvelous throw from QB1. And I know that it's just training camp and they didn't have the pass on and they was going against whoever they were going against. But at the same time, I just like his mechanics now. It's way different from previous years. And he's been working and like he said he had him. I thought it was just Orlando that he had the wide receivers. And no, he went somewhere else with them and they worked out. I believe it was Makai Lemon that time. I'm seeing great signs at camp. I don't care about the results, but we are working. Jigga, that's all. That's all. That's it. That's it. That's the show. We seeing results. We hearing great things at camp and all that. We talk about. I got to sit up here and talk about what ESP said, 94.1 alluded to, and all that, what happened in camp, how the reports is looking, and all this other stuff. But what I am hearing from the office is that, hey, this guy is a dog. This guy, like, I like the route running of Octavian Wicks. I just need him to fill in his food. I don't want it to be to the point where we are in the midst of probably winning the game and all that. I don't want him to Quez Watkins. And he got a way to play and make the big play and then drop it. You know what I'm saying? It does happen, but I don't want it to be him because that's all been the judgment on Octavian Wicks is that in big moments he does drop passes. I don't want that. The Flying Mind, what up? One thing Eagles and 49ers fan can agree on, we both hate Dallas. Is funny. Twiz, because of one guy, I disagree, but we'll be fine. What did Jigga say? We are less talented because how you slice it. No, I don't care how you slice it. Not saying we can't be better from forcing the ball, but that puts more pressure on Hurts to spread the rock. But that puts more pressure on that put more pressure on Sean Mannion to get everybody involved. And his scheme and everything is getting everybody involved. He's not just looking at Devontae Smith. He's not just looking at that. He's not staring just down that. It was plays that I remember. I don't even know what play was ran. I don't even think they cared what play was ran. They just knew because AJ Brown was probably on the sideline saying get me the ball and everything like that. And then I remember that one game, they force feed him the whole drive. Double coverage, triple coverage. He was just feeding them. Fells, they don't hear you though. They don't hear you though. Jigga, it's funny that you said that because these are things that, this is great. AJ Brown's a top 10 receiver. What do you mean? We are less talented in the wide receiver room. Dotson might be better than Wicks too. Dotson is good. We just didn't use him. We just didn't use him like we should, at wide receiver 3. You know what I'm saying? I wish we would have kept Dotson, honestly. But, we can't pay everybody. And, of course, Dotson, just off of the strength of, his potential, he got paid. But you said A.J. Brown's a top 10 wide receiver, right? What about his knees? What about all these things that is coming to pass? The arrogance. It takes more than just putting up these gaudy numbers and all that. But in order to put up gaudy numbers, you had to get thrown the ball. So think about it. If I just sat up there and said that AJ Brown really didn't hit his stride until he became a Philadelphia Eagle, and Jalen Hurts has been his quarterback since that time. If he's a top 10 wide receiver, why can't Jalen Hurts be in the top 10, at least in your top 10 at quarterback? Who was throwing on the ball? Then on top of that, you said he's a top 10 wide receiver. We got his best years. We got AJ Brown's best years. We did. No, he was solid. I'm not saying he was horrible. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that AJ Brown really didn't hit his stride to the point where we're viewing him as a top 10 wide receiver until he became a Philadelphia Eagle. They are 50-50 balls. Okay. Jigga, man, look. I cannot wait. I can't wait until I see everything that you're saying that Jalen Hurts can't do or won't do, or you haven't seen him do consistently and all that, and we seeing it. You better be in every live stream or every short video. Just comment it. Just say something. Smitty going to be considered top 10 by week 4. Look, only time will tell. Lamont, what up? What up? I know consistently. I got you, Jigga. No, you agree with Jigga because, well, Jigga, I know that he's a tough critic, and I'm a tough critic throughout the season because I like to see how the season goes before I start to be like, yo, it's just like last year and things like that. No, I can't keep doing that because we had drive ourselves crazy thinking that this year is going to be like when Kevin Patullo was here, or when on defense. We don't ever say that because we solidified on defense. You know why? Because Vic Fangio been here for 3 years. So we don't say that about him. We don't say that. We just question all the time coaching and play calling on the offense, health on the offensive line. That's what we question. We keep talking about AJ, but AJ Brown quit on the Philadelphia Eagles. He didn't want to play for the Philadelphia Eagles anymore. He wanted to play for his team. The team that he got the rug off of, Amazon. Yeah, he wanted to play for that team. But no, I understand where Jigga coming from, man. That's what I'm saying. But Nad is just a troll, and he really believed that Jalen Hurts is not really that good. He really believed that the wide receiver room ain't nothing because we've been hurt and all that. I get you. Collinsworth annoying. So yeah. That's all it is, man. But to the defense, I gotta admit, I have to admit that things is looking a little bit shaky. Things is looking a little bit shaky for my guy Nolan Smith. Things is looking a little bit shaky for my guy Nolan Smith. I just want the best for him. I want him to prevail and show us that he's still that number 1 pick that we got because right now it's not looking too good. Because I just like the mannerisms and how Jalen Hunt is playing. He's carrying it. I like it better, and he's what, 3rd round pick, I believe. So he's going to have to get the bag first. He's going to have to get paid. He's going to have to get paid. Check this out. Check this out.
One guy all Eagle fans should be excited about seeing is the 3rd-year player, Jalen Hunt, coming into your picture right now. Like you're watching right here against an elite player in Andrew Thomas. He's got the chop right here. All right? Now, he's turning the corner, but he sees that Jackson Dart is going to step up. So don't get deeper than the quarterback. Now, this is where he's special. Like his ability just to get off the rush, all right, and then chase. Run, chase, athletically gifted. Change of direction, gifted. Like this is a player that is emerging, and I expect to have a big leap this year.
The only way I can see Nolan Smith get paid if he balls out this season, and it's still like kind of like well, no, we got to ride that contract out with like Jonathan Gennard if he's not ready to go, and Nolan Smith hits the ground running, and he's balling out. But Nolan Smith probably not going to get paid. He might not, man. I got to be a man of my word and know that I messed up. Jalen Hunt is Jalen Hunt is more aware. His awareness is better. He has way better moves. And this is crazy because this is a guy that was playing safety. It's crazy because this is a guy that was playing safety and converted over to an edge rusher. And it's like he wants it more. He wants it more. He wants to get that back. He wants to be that guy. And Nolan Smith sitting up here speeding and having to apologize. The mindset is different. I want guys that's really engaged on what they need to be doing as a Philadelphia Eagle. Like if it's Jalen Hunt and you got like guys like AJ Epineza, you got other edge rushers behind him. I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. Nolan Smith just got an uphill climb. He got an uphill battle because just by the injuries and then alone, and then the play of Jalen Hunt getting better each and every year. Yeah, he might make it difficult for your boy. He might to even stay on the roster. You know what I'm saying? That 5th-year option, he might get flipped for a comp pick or probably not even probably not a comp pick, but he's probably going to get flipped, and I don't want that. I want Nolan Smith. I wanted it to be Nolan Smith and Jalen Hunt, honestly, with the Philadelphia Eagles, but I got to face facts. Think about it. We had to get Jalen Phillips last season. Then we had to pay Jonathan Gennard. You know what I'm saying? And we was in the mix for Micah Parsons. We was in Myles Garrett, Max Crosby. Everybody wanted JC. We didn't give up on JC. That's what I'm saying. Ojomo Woolen gonna get us top comp picks. They will. They will, because I don't see them getting paid from us either. I don't see it. Because I think Mo Ojomo gonna ball the hell out. And any snaps that he get, he's gonna ball out. I don't know, man, but I do like Jalen Hunt a lot, and I think that Jalen Hunt is on a mission to cause wreck this season. Seriously. The defensive line, coached by Clint Hurt. They're not really taking no prisoners lightly. They don't care. That's why I said I think that Drake May is going to have a very, very difficult couple days with these joint practices just because of Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Moro Jomo, and those guys. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully Jonathan Gennard is back by then, but I doubt it. But listen to what Clint Hurt told the group. It's a short little video. It's very inspirational. Simple but inspirational.
I put up a slide yesterday that says, if the people in your circle don't inspire you, you're in a what? You're in a cage. The people around you motivate you. I say that to you because all your brothers are pushing you, aren't they? And they want to see you do the best that you can.
But we inspired too, bro.
Absolutely, because they know what you're pushing through. Everybody got me? No question. No question. Keep battling, keep pushing. We keep getting better. Everybody got it?
And I like that attitude because now, they're brothers at the end of the day trying to make the roster, friendly competition and all that. But you got to think about the men around you. So the way they play is more so that, each one teach one. Jordan Davis gives tips, pause. Jalen Carter just lead by example and open up those gaps for other people to sit up there and make plays, draw double teams, do all those things. So that's what I'm saying, man. Teddy said that we survived the Kobe Dean. I don't even think that we survived the Kobe Dean. I don't think that we survived him because I think, our linebacker play was good. It wasn't the best, but it was good. But when the Kobe Dean was healthy, man, look, he showed up. He showed up. We're not going to play in the Kobe Dean like he didn't show up for us. He was an impactful player for us. Listen to that next DC. That's what I'm saying. I really believe that, he's in the building for a long time. He in the building for the long haul. He in the building for a long time. Oh, let me turn this on. Hold on. Let me see if I can turn this on real quick. Cause y'all watching the game. Let me hop on the. Let me hop on that. Let me pause. That was a whole pause that I just said. Here we go. That's a whole pause. Oh, let me mute this. Mute the TV because I don't want to get no. Here we go. Let me turn this on. Hopefully they allow me to do it. What is it on? NFL Network? Oh, I'm about to just search it up. I'm about to search it up. This game is better than expected. Really? Oh, I found it. Never mind. I got it. So NBC. Oh, 14 all? Okay. I'm just happy that football is back, man. We're getting closer and closer to that open practice. If y'all going to be in the building, holla at me. I know Fells is going to be in the building. Fells is going to be there. I think no, it's going to be on a Tuesday. I don't know if I'm a tailgate. I don't know. Might have to work. Luke Keeley. I ain't seen Luke in a minute. Luke Keeley. Ooh. AJ will duck the practice. You think so? Everybody keeps saying it. Everybody keeps saying that AJ might duck the practice. Oh, I got what you're saying now, Teddy, about the Kobe Dean. I got you. I got you. I got you. You don't sound excited about your new offense, DV. What's up? What are you talking about? Here comes this Dallas Cowboy fan talking about I'm not excited. Your offense was kind of struggling against just one person, Caleb Downs. I did see some of those highlights. I did see that. A rookie. CD on a rookie on CD, that should be a cakewalk. You wasn't even here earlier because either. They just be making stuff up. They do. They do. Man, I'm excited that football is back, man. Look. Let me yeah, this is weird. CD not even better than Pickens. Whoa. Whoa. They say Pickens came in and became the number one over there. That's crazy. Oh, they do a flag. I am going to the home opener. You going to the home opener, man? I want to go there now. I do because now people are hyped. I was like, oh, I'm getting my what was it? Somebody was hyped because they was like, oh, if the Commanders got what's it called? If the Commanders got stuff out there, they was like, oh, Cardi B gonna be in the building. I don't care about no damn Cardi B. I want to see football. Greg Olsen is in the building. Okay. He got a little undershirt tug there. And he catch the horrible highlight of Mitchell. The Eagles put out, didn't play the ball. Yeah, it would have been PI. I said that earlier. It would have been PI if it was a real live game. It would have been PI. No, they don't want a lot of things to get out either, Jigga. That's why the media is the way it is. That's why they're the way it is. They don't want a lot of stuff to get out, play wise, and what we're working on. They're gonna be real adamant about how this open practice is going to be. No phones out, no nothing. But I'm still going to get my videos and all that. I'm not going to record the whole thing. I'm just going to get, my just due. Probably get, a whole bunch of video. I'm just making it to one big long video. They wanted us to have flashbacks of James Bradbury. No, it's just, that's what I'm saying. You got to think about the concept of that play. Like, again, I'll do that again. Let me get the video real quick. There we go. Get the video real quick. So here's the thing. I don't want to play the song, the music. Yep. So here it is, right? If you see, hold on, let me rewind it. That was quick. So look at Dotavian Wicks, right? So the way it looks is that Dotavian Wicks is about to get the best of Q. But Dotavian Wicks, again, messed himself up because he did a little stutter on top of beating him off the line. So he did that. Then he did it right there. And it allowed Q to catch back up. Q never looked back at the ball. He grabbed his jersey. That would have been a PI. AJ was dropping balls at the massage parlor. Come on, man. Man, that I read that. Needed was dropping. No, nope. Philly media reads a random tweet, then runs with it. Trashberry was a low point in my life. No, I mean, yeah, player wise, he was horrible. They was trying to see where he fits in the new Vic Fangio scheme and all that, and it didn't work out at safety. He got injured, but I do applaud the fact that he was like the dark horse of helping and developing Q and Coop when they were rookies. I do give him props for that. Him and Slay. It was a group effort. It's not just him. That's why, I wouldn't be shocked if he tried to become a cornerback coach, a secondary coach. somewhere. Probably start out in college, but he showed up for us in that light. You know what I'm saying? But James Bradbury, after what? After Slay said what he said, I think that was his downfall. After Slay said what he said, talk about the best cornerback duo in the league. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I appreciate with Bradbury. But everything else, oh hell no. Void it. What up? What up with you? This is crazy. It's crazy, man. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to say, Jahmyr Gibbs just got the bag. Now he's the highest paid running back in the league. It seemed like every time Nicole Lynn gives somebody the bad, it was Jalen Hurts or B. John Robinson, they be the highest paid for like a couple days, and then all of a sudden somebody else take over. And that's how the NFL is anyway. El Yepa, what up? El Yepa. But that's how the NFL is anyway. I am happy for Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm happy for him. Now just how Jacob be saying, I always say it too, but now he gotta go out there and perform. Now he gotta go out there and earn that. You know what I'm saying? And it made sense for the Lions to do it. It didn't really. It made sense for the Falcons as well, but to make him the highest paid and all that's telling me that you're going to run this guy through the mud and not give him none of those help. No help. You're going to run this dude through the mud. And Jonathan Teller too just got paid. That's another one I just got paid. I knew somebody else got paid. Jonathan Teller got paid too. $14 and it's only second quarter. Okay. Oh, bro, no, just checking out the Hall of Fame game. Okay, back on the rollout. Beck showing that he knows where to go with the ball. I like that. Nothing more frustrating watching any NFL game is the refs pulling out them flags inside of 4 minutes. It look like they make it rain in the close. It's crazy. Yeah, just take that 3, bro. Take the field goal. It's always great to see you, my brother. Yeah. Yeah, it's great to see everybody, man. Great to see everybody, man. $10 years. So Jigga, you think that welcome back, Tiff. You think Eli Star is going to take that long? Because I don't think so. I think that they already know what he needed to work on. The only thing I feel like that he needed to work on is his blocking. I feel like in zones he sit in pockets that, you know, I think that the Cardinals just hit a field goal, so 17-14. But yeah, I think that he's going to be good, man. He's a good yards after catch type tight end. The blocking is the only thing that needs to work on, especially in this offense. commercial. I don't think Eli Sauer is going to be a shell of himself. I think that, when he gets his opportunity, but I think that it'll be smart not to start him right away if we need that. If we need that extra block, Johnny Munton be my starter, day one starter. No, I'm just saying random stuff. You know how I do. think he take 2 years. We might not see him this year. I think we will. Knock on wood. I don't know, bar injury. Bar if it's just one of those things where we got to do like a whole offensive, everybody just got to play offense and make themselves available to Jalen Hurts to get the ball out of his hands and things like that. I think that we'll see him in situations like that. I think so. I think we'll see him. I don't think, because you can't say this year, because think about it. We sit up there and clinch a playoff berth, or we sit up there and all that. You're going to see him at the end of the year. Yeah, you could do red zone packages too. Red zone packages. You can have him and Dallas Goedert out there. You can have 3 wides out there. And you can't forget about the running back. Still. Okay, we back. I forgot Mike McCarthy is with the Steelers now. I forgot about that. Oh, season headlines. So right now, let me ask y'all a question. Who's y'all stand out at camp, though? Who's y'all top 3 stand out in camp? It could be anybody on defense or offense. Yeah, it's on NBC. I'm happy I got a mutant. I hate this guy, man. I hate Collinsworth. Logan. Jahai Campbell. They said Bell is doing good learning underlane. Pause. I did hear that too, Phelps, and he also oh, got you. I see what you're saying. This is like Coop offense. I'm like, oh no, I know who you're saying now. Jalen Hurts and Wicks, okay. But no, Bell has been looking decent, but they were saying that he's probably not going to be ready day one, which is fine. But he's learning. He's looking the part. Hell, I don't hear nothing about Fred Jones right now. Hunt, Woolen, and Wicks. Moore and Brown. Trotter, Wicks, and D. Cooper. Teddy Bernard ain't practiced yet. I'm just saying that Fred Johnson had the opportunities to, do something, especially with the starters not really playing on red zone situations and things like that. And shit, I man, if I gotta choose, I'm gonna say that but there is Cooper. I'm gonna say Jillings Hunt. And I'm gonna say I'm gonna give y'all one because everybody seems like they're saying similar. I'm gonna give y'all one that nobody's talking about. I'm gonna give y'all Michael Carter II. I think Michael Carter II is having a good camp. From the reports, they've basically been saying that Michael Carter II is good at safety. He's basically saying that he's comfortable because he's able to see everything on the field. Damn, Carolina about to score. Carolina about to score before half. Cowboys fans are saying Lane Johnson is going to retire soon. They are. He is. I believe he is. It depends on his mindset at the end of the year, each year. He's up there in age, and it's only but so much wear and tear you can put on that foot. No, I'm just saying about, fellas. I know what you mean because we really gotta put on those pads and go to work. Especially, I want to see everybody on the field, man. I want to see everybody on the field. But as of right now, let's give my analysis and how the reports is looking. I think that I'm cool. I'm comfortable with those picks. I think Michael Carter II. I think that he's gonna be very underrated, man. I think he has the opportunity. I ain't gonna say he will. Damn, touchdown! Oh, he overthrew him. No, nobody wants Lane to retire, but he can't be the right tackle forever. He had him wide open and overthrew him. Never seen you complain like this before. It's funny. Oh man. It's a flag. Man, just take the 3 points, dog. Just take the 3 points. I have high hopes for Bell. He may not be a Hall of Fame tackle. No, he's not going to be that yet. He's a rookie. But, you talk about in his career. I got you. But, look, it's all a learning process. But I think he could develop into a solid starter. He'd be a starter. DV, will you stream Eagles preseason games? Yeah. If it aligns with my everyday life, I have it on this channel set up so you'll know, especially if you got the notifications on. You'll know that I'm gonna stream that night. So I'm watching the games. Yeah, just take the 3 points. Going to halftime 17-17. It's so crazy. People would talk about this game was lit, and then it just slowed down when I turned it on. And they started doing a lot of dumb stuff. Get out my face. Damn cat. But yeah, I stream. I can't wait for Ura Bernard to get up to speed. No, when I seen him standing next to other guys on the team, bruh. Any news on how Steen doing? They said that he was better than, well, from the numbers and everything, he was better from what I thought last season. But right now, they basically saying that, of course, it's a Howie Roseman type guy. He likes him a lot. And Tyler Steen, right now, he's in a contract. I think he's in a contract. Yeah, I believe so. And they did ask him that. He got to go out there and ball. He got to go out there and ball. I think it's either this year or next year. I think it's this year or next year. Steen played well for us first year starting. That's what I'm saying. But how I viewed Steen, Jigga, is they didn't really fully believe in him, especially because he was injured, for his defense. But then when Becton came and all that, and they got him, and he started getting those reps and all that. Yeah, and he came and got the bag. Got a Super Bowl, and then got the bag. And now he's on the roster. It's crazy what difference a couple years make. It's insane. It's insane. Y'all been seeing other people's practices? Other team practices? Bobby Boucher is crazy. If Uar Bernard, anything like him, man. You know how passionate Uar Bernard is about to be, especially when he played in his first NFL game as a Philadelphia Eagle. He's gonna be he's gonna have his whole country behind him. Pause. But I don't think that's a pause, but he's gonna have his full country, like he's gonna have everything, his village, whatever you want to say about Uar Bernard or what he's representing. You seen how passionate he was after he got off that phone. He's gonna hurt somebody. These are so many things to be excited about for the team to see. That's what I'm saying. It is. I'm excited about how this offense is going to run, how Jalen Hurts is going to look. I'm surprised to see Sean Mannion get this running game back to where it needs to be. The offensive linemen, how healthy they're going to be all season. I'm excited to see Dontavian Wicks and Mekhi Lemon and Hollywood Brown be that wide receiver, honestly, by committee. If you want me to be honest, I think it's going to be a wide receiver by committee, and you really don't know who's going to get the rock. I want this offense to look like, honestly, like the Patriots offense when Tom Brady was in his prime and he was like hitting Wes Walker or Edelman in a slot. Like we could do that with Mekhi Lemon, but Mekhi Lemon got to practice. He has to practice. And then you got Octavian Wicks going down the middle. I mean, not down the middle, going on to the wide receiver 2 slot. I think that he can show out there. Then, of course, you got Smitty. They're going to look for opportunities to get him the ball anywhere. So he's going to be in motion and everything. Like, it's so many things with this offense I'm excited about. I'm also excited that, you really not hearing too much about Saquon Barkley in training camp so far, but you're hearing about Tank Bigsby. I think Tank Bigsby is going to play a major factor in this offense this year. And I think that we're going to have a great balance of run-pass offense. And then on the opposite side, I'm anxious to see how this front seven is going to work out. I like Jahad Campbell and salute to him for getting that degree. For us, it's not really that easy. And he did that. And he's going into his second season. He got his number back. And now he got the front. I'm not saying he's the front runner because I like X-Man Jr. too. But he has the opportunity to, show out for the city of Philadelphia and make sure that, the linebacker position is solidified too. Then you got Zach Bond. Of course, you got Jonathan Grenard. You got Jillis Hunt in the rotation. You got Nolan Smith, Epineza. You got I keep forgetting people because we got a lot of edge rushers that can actually get some tick this year. A lot of them. And I'm excited about. I'm very excited about. You got Moro Jomo. You got JC, JD. It's so many things to be excited about, man. Vic Fangio trying to see how the secondary really takes on life without Christian Parker. Of course, I want to see the development of the defensive line with Clint Hurt and seeing the evolve, like not Nolan Smith. Who was that? Zach Barnes. Zach Barnes said that Vic Fangio is stepping it up a notch this season. I want to see and base how Cooper DeJean is going to look. I want to see how the safeties is going to react to the secondary and this pass rush to see, because I feel like that if the pass rush is always getting home and we're up there in the sacks, being the sacks leader and one of the best defense in the league, I feel like the safety room is going to eat regardless, especially Andrew McCooper. He's a ball hawk. He's a ball hawk, regardless of how he played and the rookie mistakes he was playing. He's really a ball hawk. And I feel like that, we could get a lot of turnovers with the front seven playing the way I feel like that they're going to play. But also, that secondary guarding certain guys. So we'll see, man. And the first time we're going to see it is this joint practice. Well, we're not going to see it. We're going to hear about it, I should say. I knew it was coming, pause. Art got Nick fired. Yeah, Nag gotta chill. He on freeway. Unless he's talking into the phone, but still. You don't want to text drop. But I do appreciate you risking your life, I guess. Because that's not cool, man. Don't troll and drive. It's crazy. That's crazy. That's insane. Patriots versus Seahawks is kicking it off Wednesday, September 9th. Patriots versus Seahawks. Where we at? Oh, now this has been over 2 hours. We rocking out though. We are rocking out. What time is it? 9:38. We rocking out. We are rocking out. Please like, comment, subscribe, ding the bell for notifications. Trying to get monetized over again so I can start having memberships, and then we're gonna work this thing up. We're gonna work this channel up. Eagles girl said the game was boring. I didn't expect for it to be a bunch of highlights, man. I don't think they're playing their starters and doing those things, or trying to see. Is this like a glorified preseason game? But yeah, I'm trying to. D4, I appreciate you. Matter of fact, no, I don't like that. I don't like D4. I'm gonna call you 2088. Or 88. I'm gonna call you 88. I'm still here. I was cleaning and had on the TV. Yeah. Here's my 3 real quick. Vic, Hurt, and Sean. That's your 3. Who wins the other safety job? Then Carter will be the swing guy. They said Marcus Epps is just Marcus Epps, man. He's a good depth piece. Vic said that right now, everybody's playing for that starting role for the safeties, both positions. They didn't say Andrew Cooper got it locked down yet. I'll be shocked if Andrew Cooper not starting, but you gotta play him. Fells is hilarious for that. Marcus Epps is good. It's just that I don't trust him as a starter. He's the guy, like, he's that guy. That's funny. Going for the juggler with that. But I appreciate you. Just hit the hit the like button. I like that. Oh, I like this. I appreciate this, man. They doing the ALS ice bucket challenge for Chris Johnson, Y2CJ. I'm sorry. That was cool. Now I got the call to suit up to play wide receiver. It's crazy. 49ers have zero bodies left. Yo, man, everybody injured. The coach is injured. Players are injured. I'm looking like, damn. And I don't wish that on nobody, man. I don't wish no injuries on nobody, but I want to play everybody at their best, but everybody's just banged up. But I remember they had a year like that, though. The cheerleaders are injured. It's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Yo. But no, it's crazy that they got a whole bunch of teams that's hurt. Damn, this damn screen is bright. Turn this damn screen down. Let me turn the screen down. Oh, Joe. I don't think I can wait. Coyote, what up? What up? Home Depot was sold out of staples. Yo, Jigga is cutthroat, bro. Jigga cutthroat. What's good, man? How's everything? We just sitting here rocking out, man, looking at this like sorry ass game, but it's football. That's how I'm looking at it, as football. We will be fine. All we need is a practice squad to beat Eagles. That's what's up, man. You keep that same energy. When you're watching the Eagles in the playoffs and 49ers is not doing anything, and because y'all go on sit up there and run CMC. We already know how it's gonna go. I will catch the highlights. It will be a 2-minute highlight. Probably will. Probably won't really see too much going on. It's 17-17 now, though. They're about to get back into it. Let me get him a wrench. Hold on. Let me do that real quick. Stop playing. Didn't I have that Howie Roseman, John? Yeah, I think I had that video too. I had that video. Howie Roseman talking to Kay Adams too. She loved interviewing the Eagles, man. Her skinny body language, her whole skinny body language just be different when she interviewing the Eagles. After all these injuries, I bet IU gets released before week 1. I believe so too. I know he's swinging like Brandon Ayuk is swinging like who was that from Boys in the Hood? My man when the situation happened and he started swinging in the house, like he's pissed. They don't need him, man. I'm happy the Commanders did that though. Kid Cowboy, what up? Our defense gets cooked. Not sure how I feel about it. He definitely somewhere punching. Yeah, he's punching the air. Cuba Gooding Jr. That's who that was. That was punching the air. Had Nina Long all scared. Terrified. DV, how you feel about Vic talking about how our defense could be number one this year? I love it. But I think that it could be. It could be. You know, I wouldn't be shocked because we in August. We early stages of August. Tomorrow is not only QB1's birthday, so I know they practice tomorrow. And the only reason why I know that is because he shares the birthday with my son. And the last time I went to open practice with my son, when he went with me, they were saying it was Jalen Hurts' birthday. That's when I think that was 2022. Yeah, that was 2022. We went to the open practice, and I'm sitting here like, damn, it's my son's birthday too. August 7th. Everybody was giving him donations because at the time I wasn't monetized like now on my last channel, but everybody was giving me cash apps for my son's birthday and all that. That was cool. That was a cool joke. I'm waiting. I ain't even gonna say nothing. Offense has to keep the boys fresh. Can't be. That's a fact, Jigga. This is what I'm excited to see. How different this. How do the players hook up to this scheme, but also how the offense is going to help out the defense for not getting tired. Woo, 93. 93. I do miss the dancing videos and everything, man. I think you told me. I know you're not on Twitter no more. Twitter is very, very toxic, man. I try to hop on there just to get information. Like I'm not staying on there going back and forth with people. But yeah, that's crazy. Shout out to mom. Dude's 93 years old. Still up, getting up, watching the Eagles and dancing for the Eagles. And come on, man. Ops are the only ones worried about AJ leaving. Yeah, really worried about AJ leaving. I don't care about AJ leaving. Because I'm not one of these fans that's like, oh, you know, we need we need AJ Brown because of this. No. This offense is going to flow. I'm trying to tell y'all. We just gotta give it time. I don't want to see them in third. No, I don't want to see them in third and longs, fellas. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see to the point where there's so many different penalties going on that we're backing ourselves up. Robert, what's the deal? Yeah, Jerry Jones. Come on, let's go. 4 more years. I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. Don't pay George Pickens. I want CeeDee Lamb to demand a trade, but I want you to keep playing that Prescott. Keep paying him. Just keep going. Throw the ball. Y'all gonna see the crazy side of DV, man. Because it was times that I wasn't really like comfortable. Do a lot of play-by-plays or screen. I had to calm myself down. Jigga, no, I used to be really, really, really animated, and I had to just calm myself down on YouTube. And anytime I watch an Eagles game, man, I'm yelling at the screen like I'm there, like I'm like on the sideline. Like, what the hell are y'all doing? Like I'm net. So yeah, if you got kids and all that, and you want me to do live play-by-plays on a live, you've been warned. I'm glad y'all know that now because I'm not changing it up. We will trade you Pickens for a first and Q. No, we ain't doing that, brother. You go ahead back to sleep, bro. We not doing that. I like people who watch the game like that. No, that's how I am. I'm more like I'm very very like animated when it comes to like what are we doing? Like I watch every single thing. But I also had to learn, watching guys, Philly Philly 500, Philly Mike, shout out to them. Just doing live play by plays. Just try to stay engaged with you guys on top of watching the game. He is. He talking about some Q in a first for CD. If you think he's worth that, it's crazy. That's crazy to think. It's cool. Y'all need an edge rusher, right? Give us CD Lamb. We give you a first and Nolan. We give you a first and Nolan. No, it's still 17-17. It's still 17-17. 10-15 in the third quarter. 17-17. That'd have been a good play. 17-17. He dropped that. Yeah, he dropped it. He got tackled like pretty hard. Slow to get up. They had to go to commercial. Hope Bowl, all right. Robert, please subscribe, bro. That was funny. He said, all right, Logan, I'll holler at you. Enjoy the rest of your night. He said, you look at life with mixed emotions sometimes. Like say like a Cowboys fan driving your favorite car over the Brent Franklin Bridge. Wait a second and let that one sink in. That's funny, bro. That's funny. Although CFT, George Pick is about to go. Is going absolutely crazy. Okay. CFT on live. Coyote and I think D Cuss should be over there and all that. You know what I'm saying? Try to tap in with y'all content creators to see what's really going on. I am kind of jealous of the like Cowboys fans and all that. They allowed to go to their training camps and all that publicly. You gotta be big time to go into the training camps in here just to see stuff. You gotta be big time or just know people. I don't know. Hey, Jigga, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know where Miss Ash been or nothing. I don't know. Hope she good. Hope she good. Gotta be a little jealous of the Cowboys fans. Like 7 wins, 7 wins is good enough. No, I ain't talking about the wins. I'm talking about just them being able to see their team. Like we can't see our team. That's all I'm asking is for. Like, subscribe. Oh, fumble. Okay, Arizona got the ball back. Tyus, oh, he injured too. He fumbled. Yeah, I ain't gonna stay on here too much longer. I'm just, rocking out with y'all, man. The chat is jumping and all that. Everybody trying to say good night. Man, work in the morning and stuff. Damn. I gotta flip this drum because now I look weird because I'm looking over here, but it's flipped like this way. Oh no, the Commander's going. Yeah, the Commander's going to be good. That game is already sealed. They fate is sealed week 1. Larry Fitzgerald down here, or they just showed him earlier? Oh damn! I just spoke him up. I just spoke his ass up. I think because they got Diggs now, they about to beat us. No, they're not. They damn sure not. They damn sure not. We're gonna make sure Diggs don't stay on the Commanders too long, because after we beat his ass, he gonna end up on TMZ again. All right, all right. Yeah, they are. They are. They're gonna be very tough to get through. I'll tell you one thing. You got that one boy talking about Diggs did something to him. I don't know. I don't even play like that. Commander's taking that chance, man. Hopefully, he just go there and play ball, man. But I want to see the Commanders at their best. I do. This getting ready to make new baby. Mama's a DC, right? DMV is different though. Yeah, Cardinals about to score. Okay, they ain't scoring red. They in red zone. Still 17-17. Yo, we can't. We come on, home opener at the link. Yeah, we can't. We can't lose that. Diggs rolled up like someone about to get pregnant. Yep. Yep. They're gonna find out shortly that that was a bad pickup. Did his brother got picked up? Stephon Diggs' brother got picked up. Last time I checked, he was with the Packers. Do it. Too late. We're gonna have Cardi and Savannah at the game. Get out of here. Goddamn cat. She was in my last live. This might have been. No, I don't even want to read that comment, Jigga. See, you trying to get me canceled. Jimbo. To be honest, Washington is a perfect spot for someone who beats women. Oh wow. Back, they hold on to the ball now. JD looking good. He's picked up about 1.2 pounds. It's crazy. No, Nad don't have that. You know, I know one. No, I know a couple 49ers content creators. I think what it is, Nat likes the fact that when he trolls that people, you know, get him more material to troll about. You know, I think he likes that. When will JD6 be ready to play? That boy gonna get hurt. That boy is gonna get hurt, bro. I pray it's not week 1, but him not having that much weight, man. I feel bad for him. A motivated Jalen Carter. Yeah, I feel bad for him. Damn, Cardinals can't score. Yep, 20-17. Cardinals is up 3. Field goal. I have noticed Jammers feeling himself. Meek about to bring that nightmares and dreams to the link. I gotta listen to that track. I heard it was decent. I gotta listen to that track. I'll listen to that track. Hold on, let me see if I got that that Hobby Roseman clip. So I know I loaded up a lot of videos. I got Jalen Hurts. I don't think I played that one. Yeah, I don't know if I played that one yet. I'll play it again then. Oh no, I don't think I downloaded it. Dang. I don't think I got it. I could get it though. Oh, now they just like trolling the Commanders. Dreams and nightmares don't hit. No, in Philly, it still hits the same. You gotta take the situation away from the music. People still play R. Kelly, bro. People still look. I heard it was fire. So I will check it out. Pre or after Diddy is crazy. People going to see, man. People are really going to see what this defense is going to do this season. Damn, this video ain't load up yet. That's what's going on. Do I have where X? Let me go to. Oh yeah. Download that. Oh no, you gotta yeah. Because I do like how I do like how Howie Roseman answered this question because there's room for improvement as always. So I got to yeah, I gotta post that one too. There we go. There we go, y'all. Oh, we back. That one. And which one I just got? Where are you at? There you go, little pictures. I think I played this one already. No, I ain't played that one yet. But we still talking Eagles. Still talking football. You know what I'm saying? We lost the Super Bowl when we came out to that. So, yeah. Yeah, we did. Dreams and nightmares, we did. But I still play that song over I Just Want to Rock. I just do. You know? As a fellow Philadelphian, I play that song. I play Dreams and Nightmares over that. I would rather come out to that than that. But here go the dude talking about it's real quick. We're talking about AJ and Gonzo going at it.
You were jumping in there on the sidelines. Is that just making like dinner reservations?
Nah, I was just trying to pull AJ out on to the next. I heard him say something about you a grown man, so I just let it go before it get too far.
So, you know, he ain't gonna like he's not liking that from his teammate. Imagine how it's gonna be at joint practice. Just imagine it. Q sitting up there being physical with AJ, and he's sitting up there trying to shove and mug him in a helmet and all that. Yeah, he might. Y'all right. He might not even. He probably don't even want to smoke, or he probably going to be on the type time where as though that they're going to get kicked out, or he's just going to fake an injury. That's insane. But this is what Howie Roseman had to say to Kay Adams. I do got the video now.
I think you're in a great spot. I really do mean it. All the depth. There's not some like looming. There's not a holdout. None of these things are going on. Yet you did say that this roster is a work in progress and that it's incomplete. You know what you're doing to fans. When you say something like that, what are you cooking?
Well, I think that you're constantly looking. You're constantly looking to improve. You know, we can't ask our players to do it. We can't ask our coaches to continue to do it and not do it from a front office perspective. So, you know, if opportunities come about that will make us better, we got to look at it. You know, we owe that to our team, to our players, to our fans, to our owner. And there will be an opportunity at some point, you know, whether it's looking at cuts, whether it's looking at trades. And that's fun, you know. It's fun. It's fun to do those and to have those calls. And so, you know,
I would never answer the phone if you called.
That's not cool. Whatever we have now, something's going to change. And in all our best teams, there have been some opportunities to acquire players. You know, whether it's in June, whether it's in August, whether it's at the trade deadline. And so we'll keep looking for those opportunities. And if they come about, it's no reflection on what we feel about the other guys here. It's just trying to improve.
And that's a fact. And I like the fact that he always have something in store. And I like that question from Kay Adams. I think that, you know, you got to continue to look regardless. But they were saying that the safety room has been one of the strong points in the defense so far in training camp. We thought it was going to be one of the weakest. You know what I'm saying? But again, you know, they barely played in pads. So it's all about that. You know what I'm saying? I could see them trying to get another safety. I could see them if they don't like what they see, or if it's one of those things. You see Mekhi Lemon jocking off at our practice field. What was that the other day? But now, you know, we don't know. We don't know. I didn't even see. I wasn't even paying attention to his feet. But this is what this is what Jalen Hurts had to say about working with Sean Mannion.
You talk about a new system.
Yeah.
You know, tell me, I'm looking at your shoes here. Shoes look good, but you throw with your feet in this system. Is that anything that you have never heard before, Jalen? Is that normal? Is that what everybody does at this position? I'd never heard that before.
Yeah, well, I think in the coaching room, it's everybody has a different perspective of how they try to run those same plays, and I think that's what I've seen throughout my career. And in this system, it's definitely more tied to trying to stay in rhythm, stay on pace, play with your feet. So it's been good being able to do that. It's been exciting to really just learn new brand of ball. I think that's what motivates me to learn, to improve, and so I've really enjoyed Sean from that aspect.
That's one thing that we've always heard you say, and the old saying goes, if you're not moving forward, you're moving backward. There is no standing still. So when you approach this offseason, and it is a new offense for you in a lot of ways, does that excite you? Is that something you feel like, oh, right at this point in his career, it'd be great for me?
Yeah, well, I think the whole aspect is to win, first and foremost, and winning hasn't necessarily been an issue. It's about how we do it. And so we want to go out there and be able to play different types of football, play different brands of ball, be able to control the game on our terms in all aspects of our offense. And so I know I've made great strides in that and been able to lead the team and being able to do that. So I'm just excited with that. You know, as you grow, as you evolve, everything kind of changes, and you got to roll with those changes. So it's been good. I like where we are. You know, I call it the time of calibrating. You know, you're kind of figuring it out, putting it together, you know, and I've kind of always played the position in a calculated way. And so I think the more I learn and the more I ingrain myself into what we're doing now, I think the better off we'll be and the better off we'll flow when the season comes. But, you know, there's always that onboarding period with a new coach and a new system, especially something as new and as fresh as this.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, when people sit up there and say things about Jalen Hurts and how he, you know, he doesn't have that like these other guys and all that. Like, just listen to how he's talking now. And Jigga, I'm with you. He does seem a lot more calmer, more happy that he's not with, you know, that guy anymore. I don't like to keep bringing it up, but not with that. He don't have to worry about that. It's a new system, and like I said, it's an adaptation on what he's trying to do and all that. But he's willing to learn, and he's trying to lead this team to where we need to go, and that's the Super Bowl. And it's not going to look all sunshine and rainbows all the time, but as long as we're sitting up here focusing on the trajectory, and that's to make this offense improve every single day. Come on, man. Like I said, Jalen Hurts is in for a great season. He's in for a great season, man. I just see like him being under center is really, really, really something that he really wants to work on. After practice, if he's not, you know, talking to reporters or anything like that, or driving the Eagles golf cart, he's still working. He's under center. He's doing his little rollouts. He's basically handing off the rock to Tank Bigsby. They're practicing after practice. And it means a lot that, you know, he's putting in that work and effort, and it's going to show on the field. I'm excited about it. I'm very excited about that. Man, giving him the answers to the test. Look, man, I hope so. All we've been hearing all training camp so far, and I know, you know, like I said, it's only been a couple of days they had on pads. But throwing across the middle, throwing in tight coverage, things that they say he can't do. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, his whole situation changed. Like the way his mannerisms throwing the ball changed. You know, he got skinnier. So we're going to see a lot more of those Jalen Hurts runs. We're going to see a lot more. You just don't want to keep putting him in harm's way, and he got to slide. You know, we can't have him going out there like Carson Wentz or like he did week 16 when we went to the Super Bowl in 2024. He's free. Yeah, he is. AJ couldn't get hers on the tuck trade. It's crazy. Come on, man. But I am happy he said that, man, because, you know, he just put everything into perspective, man. And I like that word, calibrating. You know, you're trying to do that, you know, trying to make sure you could do that. You could say that. You could say you want to calibrate and get everybody aligned with the whole new scheme and everything like that. So, you know, going forward, is no people that don't know what they need to be doing, and there's always supposed to be one team. And I love the fact that everybody that came here said it's like a brotherhood. So that's all we focused on, man. That's all we focused on. We need to keep getting better and better to the point. Now it's like that's the focus. The focus is getting better. I had to Google if Purdy played in the Super Bowl. He did. Ooh, touchdown Carolina. Touchdown Carolina. Yeah, Hurts need to be MVP, man. He needs the MVP season. They're not gonna give it to him though. I don't see that. Like he really got to like 4,500 yards and 700 rushing touchdowns and 40 plus total touchdowns and all that for him to get like the actual trophy. He gonna be in the talks for sure. He's gonna be in the talks for sure. But I just don't need him to get our hopes up, and then NFL is like, but look at this guy, and this is the first time in years that a running back got it, or anything. Tiffy, he's about to put the league on notice, bro. I'm telling you. I am telling you. If we see a totally different Hurts this year, do we move Nick to the front office? Come, Jigga. Come on, Jigga. Stop it. Get some help. Because we're not moving him to the front. I could see them doing that, not outright firing him, but a promotion. No, I don't see that. I don't see that. He enjoys doing what he's doing too much. He's not doing that right away. So this QB King ran a 4.46 and had almost 100K rushing in college. Time is it? 10:18. Why at like a push touchdown not worth 6 points? Because they like to call it rugby. They playing rugby. Who said that? Who started it? Boss Cowboys. Boss Cowboy. Yeah. He started that rugby talk. 70% for completion in college, but bad competition. All right, man. Look, your bro been on here for almost 3 hours, getting a little tired. Gotta get up in the morning. So look, I'm happy that we are excited about Eagles football. I am happy that we are excited about how training camp is going. The words of encouragement from teammate to teammate about other teammates. And then also you got they play Sunday night football. Oh, bet. Cowboys versus the Giants. I'm there. But yeah, Hurts got bitched about Tua, but I like his trajectory of being in the Hall of Fame better than Tua's. Where Nat, you know where Tua is playing now? I'm trying to go to sleep, but you got me tripping, Nad. Salute to you, bro. No, I think he's he a backup or he's on the Falcons. I don't care. Give me the points. Touch push or not. Facts. Facts. I don't care. I wanted it to be a Sunday night game. But yeah, I'm about to. Rich, what up? I'm about to take it down, man. Please like, comment, subscribe, ding the bell for notifications. I thank everybody for joining me tonight. It was great, man. I stayed on longer than I expected, but it was good conversations, and also the game is on. Going to try to watch the rest of this and then take it down for the night. Hopefully, all y'all have a good rest of your night, and hopefully y'all morning is better. As always, fly Eagles fly, and go birds.